Hey guys, this is Voodoo here. This is my third review on Swear shoes. The reason why I'm even bothering doing a third review on these Swear shoes is the fact that a little bit has changed from the 2019 version shoes to the new 2025. I love these boots a lot. I get a lot of compliments on them. They look good with white jeans, and they look good with black jeans. I get a lot of compliments on them. People always ask me where to get them and stuff. The new versions, it's kind of hard now to actually, I'll not say promote them, but to let people know about them. Couple of things that they did, or actually, I would say one thing that they did do over an improvement over the old version is these Swear metal signs that's actually screwed into the heels on these shoes. This is the older version. It actually sticks out, so pant legs and other stuff could actually get caught on these things, especially with the women's. If they do have women versions of these, the nylons and that, sometimes they get caught up underneath these things. And yeah, they're just, they're kind of sharp and everything else. The new logos that they got on them, I guess they addressed that problem. The screws are actually super flush with the actual logo itself, so they won't catch on anything in there. Plus, they rounded out all the edges compared to what this one is, so a lot less catching on. So that's a good thing. Go quick touching back on the soles. There's the soles. They're clear when you first get them. Eventually, they kind of change on you, like greening up. It's almost like a greeny color in it. Some people like that. Some people don't. I haven't had any. To me, it doesn't bother me as much. With the 2019 ones, you did get a bag, shoe bags for them. With the 2025s. I got a plastic bag. So, yeah, they skimped on that. But, to me, I don't really, I keep my shoes fairly clean and everything, and, in a good area, so they're kind of somewhat protected regardless. The materials have changed too on them. Not the soles. The soles are almost like, they kept the soles the same. So that's a good thing. I don't know if these are if they're manufactured in Portugal anymore. I know that the first gens, they said they were manufactured in Portugal or something like that on their website. And the reason why I am getting them is because, of course, these now are starting to kind of disintegrate, the vinyl on them. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to peel off. This is a new type of material that they're using. The inside of this one has almost like a fuzzy content on it, whereas this one there is none. I find out with this new material, your foot has a tendency to slide around a lot more compared to what this one is. This is very smooth. It is thicker, which is it is a bonus. However, the biggest drawback with the new material, it's very, very stretchy. This one's stretchy to a certain degree. The foot, I wanted to call it like the foot cup on the inside, that the material that they use. I'm going to push this down so you can kind of get an idea. So right here, there's an additional layer of material on the inside that kind of really locks your foot to the actual, the sole of the platform. And it helps keep it stabilized. You don't have movement in there. It's not sloppy, and with this material, it's not sliding around as much. So your foot's pretty much locked in there, and it's good to have, especially if you don't have any kind of like strap or any kind of shoelaces to kind of really keep your foot locked to this, because you are standing, it's about 2.5 inches up above this part right here, and maybe like 3.5 towards the back of the heel, because it's like on an incline. The biggest problem that I'm finding between these two is this is a 44, yeah, this is a 45, yeah, it's going to be a little bit bigger. However, the profile, if you notice, the profile is actually shorter in here. It's higher in here. So when your foot sits in here, you have a lot of material up above, which really needs to be removed, because you really need to have that like down and locked in so that your foot doesn't play around as much. Also too, on the inside of this one, because it is a heavier material, it is less stretchy. So when I'll put my hand in here, I'm trying to push. See that? You don't really, it's really stiff to push down on that. However, going back over onto this one, it's really stretchy. And again, that just goes back to, they really need to put more either shrink this down, this section right here, because of course it doesn't look that right, especially when you're standing and you have this big flap of material. This is more of like a cleaner profile right here. They really need to remove maybe about an inch of material back in through here, and then come up and then actually reinforce this, your toe box right in here, like they did with this one. And I think that it would solve the problems that I can foresee having, because on mine, I'm wearing really thick socks and I still got so much play in it. When I go to walk, I want to say my foot actually floats about that far above the actual sole, whereas these they're flat on there. You're planted basically. Yeah. Again, I don't know if they changed manufacturing or anything like that, but just to give you a heads up, here's the back heel, very clean lines. This right here, it's all kind of bubbly and stuff. Even on the right side, I'll bring the right side one up. It's really wavy and bumpy. Both the 2019 versions, very clean, very smooth all the way around, and in comparison. And then of course these are seems to be a little bit more straighter. These are kind of like wavy going all the way up. The rubber lines is what I'm saying. And then of course there's the inside of that one, and inside of that one. I mean, it's just like I said, I don't know if they're trying to skimp on the materials to keep the production prices down, but yeah, I'll pay an extra $20 for for a little bit better product. I can't say that I can recommend the newer versions of these anymore. So so when you do go to purchase them, just be aware of all that's going on with the shoes now. I don't know if this is the vegan version or I think they had, like, at one time they had the vegan version and a non-vegan, but I got these from Farfetch, the newer ones, and I got these also from Farfetch. I didn't order directly from the London, swearlondon.com. So anywho, that's it. Hope you like it.